say I make you nervous. A tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster. A reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, where I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came.
What is up, folks? It's your boy Rickzilla here with another spectacular stream. Today is the first day of the new week. Today is going to be a little different since I'm still getting over the 4th of July. I mean, it was one hell of a party. I mean, my uncle kept firing fireworks like there was no tomorrow. I mean, and we had hot dogs, all sorts of hot dogs, nothing but hot dogs. It's like an episode of the Trailer Park Boys, with the, except less trashy. I'm just kidding. Anyway, to start off the week, let's take a look at some interesting news stories before we delve into the crazy insanity that is the lolcow. And then we're going to look at some cool-ass videos that I have been interested in looking at. I mean, we got cops, standoffs, crooked politicians, Shani, Adrazia, Jason, and a whole buttload of crap that I am going to torture you with for the week. I mean, yeah, it's not that simple to go through, but we all gotta go through this shit one day at a time. So today, okay, the first video we're gonna look at is 11 arrested in armed militia standoff near Boston. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting.
After an overnight standoff that shut down a major highway, police arrested 11 heavily armed militia members near Boston Saturday. It all began about 1 a.m. when a state trooper spotted two cars stopped in a breakdown lane with groups of men armed with rifles and pistols standing around. Its leader told police they were traveling from Rhode Island to Maine for what he called some training. When police asked for their ID and gun permits, the men scattered into the nearby woods off Interstate 95. Police shut down the highway and asked local residents to shelter in place, then spent hours negotiating with the group's leaders, seeking their surrender.
Ooh, this is something very interesting. I mean, honestly, with the reputation the police have, I'm surprised things didn't escalate to the fullest. But
Massachusetts State Police Colonel Christopher Mason.
I can share with you that a number of firearms have been seized. I cannot share with you the exact number. The 2 vehicles that were at the scene are being towed from the scene. They will be processed pursuant to court-authorized search warrant, and only then will we know the exact number of firearms that have been seized.
There were reportedly no shots fired and no injuries during the encounter.
Good.
The highway has since been reopened.
Good. At least now things don't have to go to extremes. Oh, sure. I want to apologize to Area 106 for the lulls. For the lulls, I would apologize for Aries 106. Just for the lulls, because I love you. And now, let's take a look at some stuff regarding the package. The package. For, let's take a look at something that President Biden has instated when it comes to the infrastructures that took place when the condos in Florida collapsed. Let's take a look at some politics. So President Biden deals with, well,
the White House worked through the weekend to salvage a bipartisan infrastructure deal. The president issued a lengthy statement.
So President Biden and the White House are issuing a bipartisan deal to help out with the victims of the building collapses in Florida. Honestly, I should be taking a look at this even further, but let's just see what this has to say.
Statement to try to bring back Republican supporters. Monica Alba joins us now from the White House. Monica.
Oh, so this is about the infrastructures and the whole issue regarding the House of Senate. I mean, the Democrats and the Republicans are at odds with each other ever since the Trump campaign. I mean, well, I'm not into I don't usually talk about politics that much. I'm just doing this just for the variety and just to get some more. Oh, thank you, Aries. So this is about the bipartisan deal.
But were they able to win back some Republican votes?
Kate, the infrastructure deal does seem to be back on track for now. The White House went into damage control over the weekend, with President Biden clarifying the traditional package isn't directly linked with a larger spending bill driven only by Democrats. Republican senators said they were satisfied with the president's explanation, walking back any kind of veto threat on the bipartisan plan. The challenge now, whether Democrats will stick together. Joe Manchin of West Virginia, a critical vote, indicated he could support the separate so-called human infrastructure measure, which includes child care and education. And the president himself will soon hit the road, heading to Wisconsin Tuesday to sell the bipartisan proposal directly to the American people.
This is what I don't like about politics, especially when it comes to Republicans and Democrats, is that no one can agree on one single thing just to benefit the American people. Honestly, this is getting out of hand, especially with what's going on in the world and what's going on in America. Neither side are able to cooperate with one another. But I am really hoping that things work out in the end. I am hoping that both Republicans and Democrats set aside their differences and work together to benefit the American people. But again, that is just wishful thinking, and I'm hoping for all the American people to come together.
Kate?
So,
thanks for watching.
Now let's move on to the issues in Afghanistan. So,
developing this morning, sources are telling CNN that U.S. officials are actively updating emergency evacuation plans for the American embassy in Kabul. There are concerns about the potential for escalating violence in the region while U.S. troops near a complete withdrawal from the country. Anna Koren has the late from Bagram Air Base, which is now controlled by the Afghan military after U.S. troops pulled out last week.
John and Brianna, we are here at Bagram Air Base. This is the first time we've been given access to this facility since US and NATO forces departed on Friday. And what is wrapping up behind me is a high-level meeting of the National Security Council, a delegation sent by Ashraf Ghani to assess what the Americans actually left here at Bagram Air Base and how the Afghans can use it moving forward.
Honestly, I really cannot say anything about what's going on in the Middle East. I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit with the conflicts between Palestine and India. I mean, between Palestine and Israel. And American forces are being caught in crossfires. I mean, it's bad enough that last year Trump did a lot of stupid shit in regards to Iran and the threats of World War III. I mean, right now Biden is just cleaning up the mess Trump made, but he's doing a piss poor job at it. I honestly cannot say that I fully support this evacuation, but I am supporting it regardless. I mean, they have no business. The U.S. have no business in that war zone, and too many people have died ever since troops were being deployed over to the Middle East. It's mind-racking, and let's hope for the best.
We were taken to the airfield, the runway, which is 2 miles long. This was the hive of activity at the height of this war, where fighter jets, cargo planes and surveillance aircraft would depart and land constantly. It is now absolutely deserted. There are air hangars in the background that have been locked. The Afghans still don't have access to them. And then around here, you can see it's like a car yard. There are hundreds of cars, SUVs, pickup trucks that have been left by the Americans for the Afghans.
Why would they leave cars like that? What are the Afghans going to do with that stuff? I mean, this is almost like when... This is basically like a less shittier version of Shani and Rev's apartment. I mean, except there's no cat shit on the floors, and no equipment being left behind, and no rotting food in the fridge. It's just a bunch of cars positioned in one area. I mean, I've seen a lot of crazy shit, but I've never seen cars being parked in a in the middle of an air base.
It comes at a time where the security situation in this country is deteriorating rapidly. We know that the Taliban have taken more than 150 districts just in the past 2 months. The Vice President of Afghanistan said that there are tens of thousands of people fleeing the countryside because of the fighting coming to the cities, and that was backed up by the United Nations, which said more than 56,000 people have had to flee 4 provinces in the northeast, which is where fighting is extremely aggressive. John and Brianna, back to you.
And Gordon from Afghanistan, thank you very much.
All right, so there are a lot. So, U.S. troops are leaving cars behind. Conflict is still going on, and cars are being positioned at air bases. Sounds like one hell of a 4th of July weekend. Am I right? Nah, that was too inconvenient. Now, let's hear what is going on with our old friend, Pope Francis.
Pope Francis and that planned intestinal surgery. Here's a live look right now. This is a Gemelli hospital in Rome where he's recovering this morning in a special papal wing. The Vatican says the 84-year-old reacted well to the procedure, and our Amy Robach is right there in Vatican City with the very latest. Amy, good morning.
Good morning to you, Whit. Yes, we have just learned that Pope Francis is in good condition.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. This bitch looks like the stereotypical Karen. She's got that stern look, those weird ass eyebrows, and that honker. And that hairstyle. Okay, that's all I could say about her. I think she does look attractive though, but that's beyond me. Sorry.
He's alert, he's breathing on his own. We've been told that his surgery lasted approximately 3 hours, and barring any complications, the hope is that Pope Francis will be out of the hospital 7 days from now.
I hope Pope Francis gets back on his feet. I mean, as a Catholic myself, it is my obligation to hope for the best for Pope Francis. I mean, as much as the Catholic Church has gotten a lot of flack due to all the molestation cases, Pope Francis, of all people, he has done more for the community than any president would ever do. I mean, he has helped the homeless. He has given hugs to disfigured people. And he has donated a lot more in charities. And I hope for his speedy recovery, because God knows we need him more than ever. And that is just a bias based on my religion.
This morning, Pope Francis remains in the hospital following what his Vatican officials are calling scheduled colon surgery. The Holy See press office saying the
colon surgery, huh? Colon surgery. I guess now is the time to throw in a few puns. I guess you could say that Pope Francis was having a hard time taking a holy shit, which is what I would call a dump that the Pope takes every 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, that's a poop joke. Yes, that's a poop joke. Not a very good poop joke at that. Anyway.
Operation
Oh, shit.
went well, but the previously unannounced procedure raising concerns about the 84-year-old pontiff's health.
This was a scheduled operation, but if you look back at his medical history, it's something new. He's had other problems, but not this one. It's obviously something that has taken people who know him by surprise.
Cari fratelli e sorelle.
The news coming just hours after the Pope, appearing in good health, delivered his Sunday blessing to thousands in St. Peter's Square.
I guess you could say that every movement the Pope makes has always been blessed by God. Whoop-de-damn-doo-doo. Yes. I'm going to be throwing in more poop jokes in this. I guess you could say Pope Francis was a bit pooped out.
Il Papa ha bisogno delle vostre preghiere.
The surgery was performed at Rome's Gemelli Hospital. The Holy See press office releasing a statement saying Pope Francis was being treated for diverticular stenosis of the colon. Diverticulitis is a condition where small, bulging pouches along the digestive tract become inflamed or infected, which can lead to symptoms such as abdominal pain and bloating. Pope Francis has been in relatively good health, in recent weeks maintaining a busy schedule, and on Sunday he announced that he would be traveling to Slovakia and Budapest in September.
It obviously expresses his own confidence.
We must fight
the problem
against the
he's
Antichrist.
being dealt with right now is one which will not prevent him from going on a foreign trip in just over 7-8 weeks.
I feel like I'm going to hell.
Now, this is the Pope's first major health challenge in the 8 years since he took over the papacy.
That newswoman right there. Yeah, she's doable.
Does, however, suffer from sciatica, which can cause leg and back pain, but relatively, he is in good health.
Leg and back pain, huh, lady? Well, I wouldn't. What do you expect? Leg and back pain? What the hell do you expect, lady? Pope Francis is old as fuck. I mean, his first Christmas was the first Christmas. When he farts, dust comes out. But that's because he's been blessed.
And Amy, Pope Francis seemed to hint that something like this was coming.
That's right. Pope Francis may have actually given his followers a little bit of a hint that he had this planned surgery coming up the Sunday before last when he was addressing the crowds. He asked his followers to pray for him, and certainly they are doing that today, Whit.
Absolutely. Amy Robach for us right there in Vatican City. Thank you. Let's go ahead and bring in our chief medical correspondent.
Okay, enough of Pope Francis. Let us take a look at some cute things. Let's take a look at some cute things. And by cute things, I mean some elk. Yes. We're going to be taking... Yes, I'm going there. Sorry, folks. I had a frog in my throat. Anyway, I'm better. It's just allergy season again. Due to the humid weather. Anyway. Let's take a look at some cute videos. Some amazing cute videos from our friends at Good Morning America. I mean, well, they're not my friends. I just say that just because it's a courtesy. Anyway, sorry, that was my phone going off. So let's take a look at elk splashing in a pond to cool off for the summer. Because, yes, we are still dealing with the heat wave, folks. We are still dealing with a lot of hot weather going around here. And we all could use a little break. So, and we could all use a little break from the lolcows because they are very insane. So, I'm going to be showing you some elk splashing around, as well as puppies and pigeons becoming best friends. Isn't that cute? Look at that. That is so adorable. This is some good, clean fun right here. This is wholesome. Look at Bambi and his friends playing around. Let's just hope. Thank God it's not deer season right now. Otherwise, these guys would have been effed up. Let's hope there aren't any hunters around here, because Lord knows we don't want. Lord knows what will happen. Fur babies, folks. Fur babies. They're cute. And now, let's take a look at some puppies and pigeons. Aww.
Maybe they both understood each other because Herman was a bird and was supposed to be able to fly, and he couldn't. And Lundy was a dog and was supposed to be able to run, and he couldn't. They both knew they were different, and they were attracted to each other because of that. The first time Herman and Lundy met was the day before Valentine's Day, 2020.
What are you doing? I see you two.
I had to pick up Lundy. I had Lundy in one hand and I had the paper towel in another hand, and I didn't really know what to do, so I put him in the bed with Herman.
Aww, that is so sweet.
Lundy started licking Herman, and Herman wasn't pecking him or wing smacking him. He was taking it all in, and it was just very cute.
Aww, that is sweet. That is a beautiful friendship right here. That's something you would see in a Disney movie. But then again, I think Disney would be making the bank with this stuff. I mean, and as a matter of fact, someone should pitch this idea to Disney. Because Lord knows we're tired of seeing Frozen 24/7.
Just too much cuteness.
It is too much
So
cuteness.
I started putting Lundy with Herman 3-4 times a day, of course supervised. A couple times I even caught Herman trying to feed Lundy, like a mama bird would feed a baby bird.
Aw, that is adorable.
There were times when they would curl up and fall asleep together in the same bed.
Little burritos.
Good job, Herman.
Around 2 years ago, I received a phone call about a pigeon that was found in the same spot for about 2 days in a parking lot. You see the head tilt, okay? He probably survived a virus called PMV. It affects their neck. Neurologically, it affects them. They can't eat, so they'll starve to death. He got over the virus. We saved his life, but unfortunately, the virus took away his ability to fly.
Damn, that's sad.
He has little activities, loves being around all of the dogs, and I bring him outside. I didn't want him to just exist. I wanted him to live. So.
Pigeons are much larger than doves. And trust me, I've seen some pigeons around my area. Little flying rodents, little flying shitheads. Literal shitheads, because they shit on your car.
Could this be something more I could offer to Herman to give him a friendship?
There you go. There's your buddy.
You know, more of a normal life. I
know.
let Herman out with all the dogs now. He would always seem to find Lundy.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to give you all a quick update. Unfortunately, I think Lundy has spinal cord damage.
Here you have this little dog, and he would kind of drag his back end, but his front legs worked fine, so he would just walk on his front legs. He ended up being diagnosed with a condition called kyphosis. There's no surgery that can fix it.
Aww.
He was starting to have some respiratory issues, so we knew that the lungs were involved.
Oh, that is sad. It's really sad. I mean, both animals are suffering from suffering from severe afflictions that have crippled them. It's very sad and heartbreaking. You know I'm a sucker for pets. You know I'm a sucker for fur babies. And this stuff, it does break my heart seeing these animals in this way. It's sad to see them, but even despite their afflictions, these two have managed to overcome obstacles. These two have managed to become best friends and be great together. And we should all embrace that. Anyway, enough from this. Let's go on to something more interesting. I know AP covered this in his stream, but now I want to take a look at it too. As we all know, there is a fire. It still boggles. There's a fire going on in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico after a gas line rupture. This almost reminds me of the thing that happened in the Gates of Hell in Let me take a look at the Gates of Hell. In Turkmenistan. You all know about the Gates of Hell. The giant hole. The giant fiery crater in the desert of Turkmenistan, near the 350 village of Darvaza. There is a 230-foot hole wide, 230-foot wide hole that has been burning for almost 50 years, and due to its appearance, a lot of people in the local regions refer to it as the Gates of Hell. And now we see another Gate of Hell, which is the burning oil rig. That's the pipeline rupture.
It's the mind to look at it. It may look just like a scene from a disaster movie, but this is real. This video captured today when the ocean caught fire in the Gulf of Mexico just west of the Yucatan Peninsula. Those dramatic images of the ocean aflame quickly going viral on social media. Some people calling it an eye of fire, while others said it looked like the portal to hell opening up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was totally thinking. The gate. This is Gulf of Mexico's version of the Gates of Hell. And once again, it happened when another oil gas line ruptured, much similar to the one in Turkmenistan. I kind of find this interesting and cool and scary at the same time, because it leaves it up to the imagination, because looking at this almost gives you somewhat of a free imagination to make things what they're not. It looks like something is coming out of the water. It looks like a scene out of Pacific Rim or Godzilla. I mean, it's interesting to look at.
Pemex, the Mexican state-run oil company, says an underground natural gas pipeline sprung a leak that caused that mid-ocean fire. A number of firefighting boats pumped water onto the fire for nearly 5 hours until it was eventually extinguished. They put out a fire on the ocean. An oil platform.
I know, Aries. Vaughn is right. The Gates of Hell are opening. Or the dimensional merge is happening because of these things. Because of a Pokemon emerging from the depths.
Nearby, not damaged. Hello, I'm...
Anyway, I just wanted to show you that because, honestly, it's kind of insane that there are things like that. Anyway, let's move on to a demon of hell. Her name, Shani. So, we have seen... Let's take a look. Now time for the lolcows, the idiots. And I'm talking about Shani and the idiot cadre that she frequents herself in. So, this was filmed on Instagram. Yesterday on 4th of July weekend. So, let us start the insanity, folks, because it's going to be a big one. Also, I'm going to give a shout out to XX for reaching 1.16 thousand subscribers. XX is an amazing content creator who archives Shani's Instagram live videos and condenses them down for your viewing pleasure. She is a real sweetheart, and she is a cool person. I suggest everyone check her shit out because she is so frackin' awesome. And I hope to have her on one of my shows in the near future, even if it's in the comments or in the chat. Good. Until I get an apology, I will not be online any further. Good. Like I said, this is a... But then again...
Hi, guys.
Here we go.
How's everyone doing? What's up?
What's up?
Me, I'm not good.
We know. You're never good.
I'm not good.
You're never good. You're never good.
And I don't know if I'm ever gonna be good.
Good.
'Cause...
What?
There just comes to a point...
What?
Where it's like, you feel so helpless.
Oh, bullshit.
And you don't know what to do anymore.
Oh, God. Okay, this is...
There's a point...
No. Hell no.
Where you get so depressed that you don't even want to even try anymore.
Again, folks, this is Shani doing this whole "you're gonna miss me when I'm gone" bullshit. It's happened. This again. Let me remind you, folks. This isn't the first time Shani said, I can't do this anymore. I can't be on the internet anymore." I've heard this song and dance over and over and over and over and over and over again. This ain't anything new. This is nothing new, folks. And I apologize for this, but I hope she goes off the internet permanent because nobody wants her here. Nobody wants her to be here because everybody hates her. Everybody's tired of her bullshit. Everybody cannot stand her for more than 2 fucking minutes. Myself included. I mean, we all know Shani's patterns. We all know about the Shani cycle. This is one of her cycles. She's gonna start saying, "I'm leaving the internet. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna until I will be ceasing all actions." I've heard this argument before so many times. And guess what? Every time she says she is leaving the internet, she comes back a day later. I mean, she can't stay away for more than 2 minutes. She can't stay away for more than 2 seconds, even. I've covered Shani. Well, actually, covered the videos that everybody's covered, or I can be the first one to cover them before everyone else can. But, come on, guys. Come on.
Like, what is the point of trying when every single time you do try,
good God,
you get told no?
Well, let me break it down to you, Shani. First of all, you're a horrible, disgusting human being. You've alienated almost everyone who's tried to help you. You've lambasted, slandered, and threatened numerous people who cover you. You have falsely accused people of crimes that they didn't commit. You have false flag channels constantly because you didn't like what they said about you, and you claim that you don't watch them when in actuality you do. So you're also infamous for being a pathological liar. And let's not forget that you're delusional. Extremely delusional. You, Jenny, have an extremely poor grip on reality. And you always resort to magical thinking when shit doesn't go your way. And if that fails, and once that fails, you resort to your go-to method of playing the victim and crying on camera non-stop in an attempt to get people to feel sorry for you, to pity you, to give you money for weed, for drugs, for makeup, and whatever frivolous item you waste their money on. Well, you don't do that anymore now since your cash flow has ceased because you've siphoned every penny from Jason's inheritance. And let's not forget that G-Man has decided to stop paying for your drugs because everybody's calling him out for it, because he's getting the heat for supporting your disgusting lifestyle. And let's not forget the fact that you have a number of enablers encouraging your shitty behavior. Let's not forget about that, folks. Let's not.
You get told, nope.
No, hell no.
Can't help you.
Well, the reason why they can't help you is because, well, everybody's going after them for it, and they don't want to get involved in your drama. I mean, do you see where that's going? Do you see what we're talking about? I mean, you're a repugnant creature from hell. And I don't know what the fuck spawned you, but I know Betty. I'm betting, I can imagine Betty on her deathbed saying that she wishes you were never born, Shani. I mean, that would have been her greatest regret, was giving birth to you. Because if she had known that you would turn out to be a heartless monster who cares about nobody but herself, she should have gotten rid of you the second. I mean, the second she got knocked up.
And then you get told that you're a dirtbag for something you didn't even do.
Oh, because you are a dirtbag.
It's just rumored.
Oh, bullshit.
This is why I know that the Bible is very honest when they said that.
Oh, I'm still alive.
Gossipers don't inherit the kingdom of God. Because it ruins lives. And a lot of people who gossip just don't give a fuck whose lives they ruin.
Gossipers? Oh, now we're gossipers now? Oh, come on. Are you? No. We're gossipers. First, you're calling us haters, you're calling us trolls, you're calling us liars, deceivers, and all that bullshit. And now you're calling us gossipers? Which is it, Shani? Which is it? What other lie are you going to call us by? What other lie are you going to... Dude, there are receipts. Dragnot and Burnt Toast are the king and queen of receipts. And your fat ass can't accept the fact that you've been caught red-handed. So instead, you just like to blame it on everyone else. And you'll like to excuse your shitty behavior. And the worst part of it is you have people who encourage this self-destructive pattern of behavior. Something's got to give, Shani. Something really has to be done about this.
And how much someone struggles. As long as they get that tea, right? As long as they're taken care of. You know.
Woe is fucking me.
Do you know Britney Spears?
Oh, come on! Are you still going with that
gets
story?
only paid $2,000 a week.
$2,000
a week.
Why do you care? Why do you care how much Britney Spears gets paid?
While her lawyer gets $10,000 a week.
Why do you care?
So are you telling me this woman spent her whole life busting her ass?
Oh my God,
similar
Shani,
to
are
me.
you projecting?
I spent my whole life making...
Oh my God, she's projecting. She's inserting herself in Britney Spears' shoes because, of course, she wants to be Britney Spears. I'm sorry, bitch, but you can't carry a tune to save your own ass. Britney has talent. And yes, Britney also has mental problems, but she's got talent. She busts her ass constantly to get where she's at. You, on the other hand, just sit on your fat ass and do nothing but cry and complain about how everybody is mean to you. And honestly, I don't give two fucks about you. There are plenty of people out in the world who have the same problems as you. And they're being cast aside and being mocked because you happen to associate yourself with them. This is why nobody likes you, Shani. This is why you're the most hated person on the internet. Aside from Von Helton, you are second best.
videos trying to entertain people. I spent my whole life making videos trying to entertain people.
Most of your videos are usually you sitting on your fat ass complaining about everybody, complaining about how people are mean to you, and you falsely accuse people of crimes they didn't commit. You've basically made countless death threats to people who don't even deserve it. You lie, you abuse. You're also a neglectful mother who values her ego more than she values her kids. And let's not forget you're abusive to Rev. I mean, how do you explain your arrest from 2019? How do you explain the other instances where the cops had to intervene, such as you threatening your ex-husband Chris with an axe, or the fact that you got into a spat with your mother and you wished her to die and you wanted her head on a platter? What about that, Shani? What about that? Oh, and let's not forget the times you've sent death threats to countless other people. People who cover shitty, fat feeders like yourself. You've doxed people. You tried to have people's lives ruined because you didn't like what they said about you or the people you follow. And let's not forget, and don't get me started on your violent outbursts towards your family and your ex-friends and your significant others. and the way you leave your homes in a pigsty. I mean, let's not forget the apartment. Let's not forget the times when every time you had to run away from a place, you leave it in ruins. Everywhere you go looks like an episode of Hoarders.
And everyone else is making money off our heads, and we can't see the fruit of our own labor.
Again, you don't do anything. You never did.
It's the most unfair fucking thing in the world. Like, these people have harassed me to the point where they've called every single place that I could think of in the area to get employment and ruined that. That's how bad it is. I can't get employment.
Well, I wonder why you can't get employment. Well, you put your life on YouTube for everyone else to see. You put your life on the internet for everyone else to see. And from what we hear, and from what we saw, you're a danger to everyone. And even yourself and your kids. You're a danger to your kids. Again, child neglect is abuse. But you can't get that through your fat, ugly skull. You don't have a brain. You're a spoiled brat to begin with. And you should be ostracized from society for being a sick, disgusting beast of a woman. You claim you're an activist against cyberbullying, and in doing so, you've bullied people in the past. You threatened, oh for God's sake, Shannon, you threatened the entire city of Los Angeles. You threatened Hollywood. You threatened to destroy Los Angeles with billions of people living in that city. And you act like you're some saintly individual? You have an abject hatred for all humanity. You think we're gonna let that fly? Who knows? You might snap and commit a mass murder or something. I know you can't do it because you can't even get up off your fat ass to take a walk, since you claim you can't walk. But Rev, you could influence Rev to do it, even though he can't have guns. I mean, Rev basically is your puppet. And if you convince him or provoke him long enough, he might snap. I mean, we've seen the arguments between the two of you. We've seen that video where he threatened to murder you and the kids, and where he threatened to go postal if he ever got a job at the post office. You two, the two of you together, are a danger to society. And we're trying to get the kids removed from that area and placed in a safer environment, along with your pets. But you don't care. I mean, and you got people defending you on that, saying that foster care is nothing but evil molesters. Come on. Not all foster care is like that. This isn't some horror film. This isn't some Stephen King novel. Not every foster parent is like Nurse Hatchet's foster parents. Even though you, Shani, belong in a place something similar to the psych ward from One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You belong in a place like that.
They ruined that for me.
No, they didn't. You did that yourself.
So I started looking into the law, and there are laws against this in affecting people's livelihoods. They were mostly made for people like the paparazzi, but those Those laws do exist. And what they are doing to me is highly illegal, and they need to pay for what they've done.
No, it's not illegal. None of this is illegal, Shani. It's fair use. As a matter of fact. And yes, people do get paid for doing this shit. But, oh my god. Trolling, and this is the thing I see, this is a singular pattern I see with Shani and Von Helton, is that they think that trolling is illegal. And they think that they could, I don't know the laws in Pennsylvania, but again, the police are not going to do anything about it. No one is going to do anything about it. Just because you call the police, and this is another thing I see wrong with Shani and Von Helton, is that they must think that if you call the cops over trivial bullshit, they have to snap in action to help you out. Especially if it's on the internet. No, it doesn't work that way, Shani. And it never fucking will. There is nothing you could do that would warrant... There's nothing you could do on the internet that would warrant any police investigation. I've said this so many times. So many times I've repeated that phrase over and over and over and over again. And even every time I say it, it always rings true. There's nothing you could do on the internet that would have the police involved. They can't do shit. I've seen the video where you were talking to the cops and you were trying to indict Dragnet Silvas and his quote-unquote shit people. You try to get them in trouble with the law. And let's not forget the Geek Group. You try to get them in trouble with the law. And guess what the police said? They told you to fuck off. They told you to stop bothering them.
Because not only am I suffering, but my husband is suffering. My animals are suffering. And my children are suffering.
Oh, come on.
You know, you say you care about the children.
They're suffering because of you, Shani. Your kids are suffering. The animals and the kids are suffering because of you, because you don't take care of them. You don't even care for your kids. You don't even care for the animals. Even though you treat Gavin Kit Kat like he's the only child. Get the fuck out of here, Shani. Get the fuck out of here. Miss me with that shit. We're responsible for your kids suffering? No. You're the one who put your shit out there on the internet for everyone else to see. And you're unapologetic about that shit. You are the most irreprehensible person I've ever seen. And you just can't accept the fact that Adrastia has taken her place as the biggest fail on the internet. Oh shit.
So much, but yet you're willing to ruin their parents' careers and job opportunities to take care of them. You know, is it some sick fucking excuse like, wow, see, they can't take care of them? See? No, it's because I'm literally been harassed to the point where people won't even talk to me. I
hate to bring this guy up. I really hate to bring this person up because I will get flack for this, for making this comparison, but this is one of the reasons why, Shani, I have compared you to Chris Chan. well, technically classic Chris Chan from 2008 to 2017, back before the idea guys fucked with him. And there are still trolls fucking with Chris now, but they're enabling his shitty behavior, just like people enable you, Shani. As you can see, Chris Chan, back when he was starting to make videos on the internet, when he did his whole Sonichu thing, when he did the whole Sonichu webcomics, he had a lot of people. He had a numerous amount of trolls fucking with him. Every time he posts a video, much like you, Shani, Chris Chan has posted his personal life on the internet for everyone else to see. And much like Chris, you don't understand how other people think. And you think that the internet is you thought that YouTube was your own private messaging board, but you didn't know that if anyone or everyone with a computer, you don't understand that if you put something out on the internet, anyone with a computer and a functioning brain will look at it. And much like Chris Chan, you have a bad habit of casting blame onto other people. And you always falsely accuse people of ruining your lives, when in actuality, Shannon, you're the one putting your own family in danger. The only difference between you and Chris Chan is you don't have a webcomic about some shitty, crudely drawn Sonic recolor. And then you make the entire story about your own personal life, where you like to view yourself as this omnipotent entity with all the omnipotent entity, or some you don't make yourself into some Mary Sue-ish character with all these superpowers you can think of, and you're attacking your own trolls. That's the only difference between you and Chris. The rest, everything you do. As a matter of fact, did you know that before Kiwi Farms was Kiwi Farms, it was referred to as the Quickie Forums? Quickie is a website dedicated to Chris Chan. And because Chris's stupidity, he calls the Quickie Forums Kiwi Farms. And that name stuck, and the rest is history. So basically, every locale I have talked about, every locale that everyone's talked about who has been featured on Kiwi Farms is basically derived from the CWC. Because each locale is different. And much like each locale, they hold delusions of grandeur. They refuse to take responsibility for their own actions. And they lash out in the most childish ways imaginable. I mean, they always resort to playing the victim. Every time shit doesn't go their way, they always cry about how it's always the trolls' fault that they're living like this. It's everyone's fault that they can't get a job or they can't live a normal life. When in actuality, it's their own stupidity, their own bad decisions that brought them to this.
I'm so isolated in my life that I don't have one friend. I really don't. I have not one friend I can talk to, and the people that I thought were my friends, they're not even there for me. They're not even there for me, and
also, Chris Chan made a video similar to this, except it's grainy, shitty quality, and you can barely even see his face. But he was crying and saying the same things Shani was saying back in 2010 or something. All because he couldn't get get he couldn't get someone to accompany him to a gaming event. And then, watch, I would imagine Shanny starting to blame the state of Colorado for forcing them to run away to Pennsylvania, and because they were tipped off by Dragnot Silvas. She'll start blaming Drag, and then she'll start blaming the trolls and the haters and naysayers for ruining her life, and then she's going to start saying, I hope every one of you people burn in hell. And then she's going to start saying, sit and spin hell. This frustration I see from Shanny is causing her to delve deeper into her delusions, where she creates a world that will give her what she wants.
They used me so they can get information out of me. And that to give to the people who've already destroyed my life even more.
Yeah, but each locale is derived from one omnipotent being. The original locale. And I've compared Shanny to him so many times. Well, the classic version of him. I wonder if the cookie's on. Hold on.
You tell me, how is this fair? You tell me how it's okay for a bunch of strangers on the internet to destroy job opportunities and opportunities for parents to take care of their kids, and then they're screaming child abuse. No, you're the child abusers. Because you're literally trying to squash two people out who are trying to take care of their kids.
Shanny, you never did take care of the kids. You've neglected them for almost most of their lives. You've treated them like garbage. You brushed them aside. You threatened physical violence on them. And you've exploited them for pity points. You use your kids as human shields so that people will feel sorry for you. And you're unapologetic about that shit. So, fuck you, Shanny. You're the ones who ruined your kids' lives.
You know, I deserve compensation.
You deserve to get off the internet. You deserve to be ridiculed because, honestly, no one feels sorry for you. No one should feel sorry for you. You're a piece of shit. You're a racist. You're a homophobic. You're a vivophilic. And a narcissistic cunt. Why are you still here? Why are you still on the internet? I'm surprised Instagram hasn't come down on you with a ban hammer. But then again, Instagram is shit. Like all social media platforms are shit.
For what's been happening to me. You know? And I'm always told that I'm lying.
You are all
I'm lying about my health because they need that excuse. They need the excuse that I'm lying about my health, that I'm lying about being a good mom because they don't want the world to know what they've done to a family for no reason.
You did that to yourself, Shanny.
I don't want to talk to anyone about anything in my life anymore.
Well, good. That means you can go away. But I know you're not going to go away. You're never going to go away. And you will never, ever go away.
Because a lot of the things I've talked to people recently has gotten out. You know, my so-called friends. My so-called, oh, I'll be there for you. I promise I'll never do what those people do. And they do.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Again, you don't have any friends, Shani. You never had any friends to begin with. Everybody hates you. The only reason why people were pretending to be your friends was so that they could archive your bullshit and exchange it and put it out for everyone else to see. You have no friends. No one likes you. No one should ever like you because you are a heartless demon of a woman who cares about nobody but herself and her constant e-fame, and her pursuit for e-fame.
And they do.
And
then in a couple years, they come back in your life and they do the same shitty fucking thing to you.
You do the same shitty thing too. You do the same shitty things over and over again, constantly. It's a cycle.
I've been backstabbed for over 12 years now, and I have
12 years? 12 years!
A decision. Until I get apologies.
Oh, God.
Until I get sincere apologies and I get some kind of compensation over what I have, I will no longer be on the internet.
You better make good on that promise, because no one's going to apologize for shit. No one should apologize to you. And this is the thing that you don't seem to understand, Shani, is that you don't understand how everyone's minds work. You assume that all your lies are going to be believed. You assume that your people are going to start taking pity on you. Because you only care about yourself. You don't even care about your kids. As a matter of fact, you hate your kids. You hate Rev. You only use them as tools, as puppets for your sick games. And you're unapologetic about it. Get the fuck out of here, Shani. No one is going to feel sorry for you. No one's going to apologize to you. I mean, hell, I've apologized to people I've wronged in the past. I've made apologies to Tav. I've made my apologies to Grampy Lobster. I've even made apologies to Todd Malicote and Mothra J. Sorry about that. And I do and I am very sincere when it comes to my apologies. And I really hope that one day they would forgive me for what I did. And I know no one holds a grudge for that long. And I know people like to fuck with me. But that's okay. That's fine. You can fuck with me all you want. I'm still going to be your friend. I'm still going to support you. Regardless. Even if I don't watch your videos, I'll still support you. Because you guys mean so much to me. I can't say the same about Shani.
I will be gone. So I suggest to my people, if you actually care for me, if you actually want to hear from me, you would demand apologies from them and demand compensation back.
And here she goes with that greed. She is a greedy bitch. We all know that, right? We all know that Shani is an extremely greedy, selfish bitch. And honestly, I don't give two fucks about her. I don't give two fucks about her supporters, her white knights and watchmen, because all they do, they just defend her and protect her because she is their queen. She is their Lord and Savior. She's their goddess. And the people who defend Shani are just about as fucked up as her, if not worse. Honestly, cannot care about her or her white knight simps, her watchmen. They can go fuck off because they don't deserve my sympathy. Neither of them do. They're all pieces of shit who need to be removed from the internet.
And demand YouTube to give my channel back. And demand all of this to be fixed. It's not gonna happen,
Shanny.
You guys fixed it.
It's never gonna happen. So stop blaming YouTube for removing your channel, because you are a sick, disgusting human being and you're a fucking criminal. That's what I'm gonna say. You've been arrested more than once for battery charges, for domestic violence, for threats of physical violence, and even murder. You're a potential murderer, Shanny. You have the potential of being a murderer. Even if you don't do it, you'll still be considered a murderer if something happens to the people I watch. If something bad happens to them, you're going to be accountable for what happens. And they're going to trace it back to you because you hate them, because you didn't like what they say about you. I'm not calling Shanny a murderer yet. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Keonian. Thank you, Keonian, for shilling my shit, because I am a good cause. I do what I have to restore the balance. My job is to restore the balance. And this is my job. My job on here is restoring the balance of nature, to ensure that things are good, to make sure that all is right in the realm of YouTube. Nature has an order. And what Shanny did was she upset that balance, and now I have to fix that. I know there are a lot of people who have done an amazing job covering Shanny, and I support them regardless, but I gotta fix this, and I gotta fix this now, or else there will be other Shannys who will follow suit, because she's like a hydra, you know what I mean? You cut off one head, two more will take its place. No, Cherokee girl. Shanny might have the potential of being a murderer. I mean, she threatened her ex-husband with an axe. I'm not joking. She actually threatened her ex-husband with an axe. So she could have the potential. And if she could, she almost could. She nearly killed Rev. She nearly killed Rev when she forced him to quit drinking cold turkey. I mean, Rev was suffering severe brain damage and almost died because of it. So if he had died from severe brain damage, she would have been accounted. She would have been prosecuted for murder, even if it's unintentional. I mean, she's an extremely violent person. She's a danger to herself and to other people.
Because all you guys enabled each other for years talking about me. I don't know how many of you guys sitting here right now have given me one letter after another. I used to be on the hate channels, and well, I found out you're not what they said you were, and I'm really sorry.
No one's gonna apologize.
You know how many of you guys have said that to me? Really?
They're just trolls.
First of all, let me ask this question. Whatever made it to you an appropriate thing, and what made you think that a bunch of strangers on the internet know anything about other strangers on the internet?
Well, it's because you put your life out there for everyone else to see, and people are asking around the clock. People are asking around about you. And there are people who actually know you in real life who have come forth with all this disgusting, crazy shit that you have done. Hell, even your parents have confirmed that you are an evil monster. How bad of a person do you have to be for even your own mother and your dad to come forth and confess that you are a rotten person who doesn't even take care of her kids?
Just answer me this. Do you? No. It's sad.
It's sad because you're still here.
It's sad. But you ain't getting me personally anymore. You ain't gonna see my face.
Good. Good. I don't want to see your face at all. You can just go... Now can you go and live a real life? Maybe go out. Maybe go out to a sporting event Fridays after 5. Who knows? You might enjoy it. You might forget about the internet. But I know you, Shani. You're never going to go away. You're just going to continue on spouting your idiotic bullshit until you get bored and then move on to another place.
You ain't gonna hear me at all. Because I'm done. You know, the only thing you'll be seeing me on is Twitch playing games.
You're still gonna be on the internet. You're still gonna boast about your stupidity. So you're never gonna go away. You're never going away. Fuck.
Because that's the only thing I can do with my life. Because I can't do anything else.
That's the only thing you're gonna do with your life is play video games and go on and try to act like an e-girl, try to act like an e-thought. That's the only thing you're gonna do on Twitch is act like an e-thought and expect people to pay money to see a fat, ugly land whale sit in a pool that she's too big to fit in, and expect people to donate to you. Miss me with that shit. You're not attractive. You don't have a good personality. You're base, and you're not even funny. You are reviled and repugnant. You're vile and disgusting. And
you know, you guys don't know what's going on with me medically at all.
Thank you, Canyon.
Even though a bunch of people are saying she's lying, she's lying. You don't know what's going on with me mentally at all. Even though you have a bunch of people saying she's lying, she's lying.
She's always lying. We know that.
I don't want social media anymore.
Good. Then get off Instagram. Delete your Instagram.
Because it really showed me the state of how mankind is. How
really
they say they care for you, but when you need help, they're not there for you. When you need someone to listen to you, they're not there for you.
You're wrong, Shani. There are people who will listen to me. I mean, there have been people who have supported me all these years. Well, this past year. And I betrayed their trust. And I apologize for that. I sincerely do apologize for all the stupid shit I did. And I hope one day they forgive me. But until then, I will continue being their friends and I will continue supporting them. Because that's the type of person I am. Unlike you, Shani, I don't disavow people. I don't talk shit about people anymore. I don't blame everybody but myself for all my own problems. I acknowledge my mistakes, and I do what I can to make up for them. Even if it's minimal, I look past my own flaws. I try my best to avoid anything that would result in ridicule. Or at least I try to, and fail numerous times. But regardless, I have to keep going. I'm not going to stop, and I won't stop.
It's not even worth going into social media, especially when, you know, your so-called friends will sell you out just for your secrets, just to sell your secrets for a little coin.
You put everything out there for the world to see.
You know? Like, I'm sorry, but the internet doesn't deserve me. Because I tried to entertain people.
You don't entertain people. The only times you're entertaining was when you try to act stupid, try to act sexy, and you fail at that. You're never entertaining to begin with. The only times you were entertaining was when you and Jason argue, and then Jason, or actually the only entertaining things were your shitty cooking videos. Those were basically the most entertaining things that you have done. Everything else is just dog shit.
I tried to make people happy, and the whole time I'm told I'm not good enough.
You're never
I'm
good.
ugly. I'm fat. There's something wrong with me. You're mentally ill. Just constant.
Well, all that is true, Shani. All that is true about you. You are fat, ugly, mentally ill, and you're a narcissistic piece of shit. You expect everybody to feel sorry for you, but you don't do anything that is worthy of our pity.
Constant negativity to me. Constantly putting me down. And I tried to ignore it. I tried to move forward. But now it's to the point, okay, you want to make nothing but money off me? Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to starve you. Bye.
Oh no, what are we going to do? What are we going to do without Shani? Bitch, please. There are plenty of lolcows that we can look at. I mean, I've been covering Adrastia for almost 5 months, ever since I watched Hatman's video on her. And frankly, there have been people donating to me just to cover her videos because, well, that and because they want to piss Mary off. As a matter of fact, Kaonian, can you shill out my means of support again? Please? Yeah, just so that people will look at it again. Because that is important to me. Is my ways of income. Can you shill out my PayPal? You know, just so everybody can click on it. Because that's basically important to me. Is my income. Because I love making videos. I love making videos on certain topics that pique my interest. And even if it means that other people have to suffer, then so be it. I mean, I love you guys. I love you, but we're all in this together now. We're all one. We are one. You and I are one. We become one with each other. I love you guys. Therefore, we must become one. One with the cow. We cannot invest ourselves with it. Otherwise, we become the cow itself. Now, and that last Shani video does make me think of this person. This whole complaining about how everyone is mean to me.
This is Christian Weston Chandler, alias Christopher Weston Chandler, pre-1990 something. Anyway, I send this message to all the people that were of the Greene County School Board and such.
Replace Greene County with YouTube and replace Christian Weston Chandler with Shani. It's the same thing.
During the 1990s, because threatening to put me in a mental institution. That was pretty much why we had to run away.
He said run away, which means that the reason why he had to run away was because, well, it's not a mental institution. It's a special place where they could treat mentally disabled people like you. But your parents were staunch conservatives who are extremely old-fashioned and extremely politically backwards.
They moved to Chesterfield County, and I had a better life over there. I had so many friends over there in high school, and I was just sad to leave when I graduated.
Oh, Blue, this is Christian Weston Chandler. He is basically the pioneer of all lolcows. And this was done in on May 9th, 2010. The reason why I'm playing this was because Shani's recent video, the video where she's saying she's leaving the internet, that makes me think of this. And how she's having this whole, I'm sad because everybody is mean to me bullshit.
I had to leave all my friends. I had the good life, but we were forced to move back here.
By the way, Blue, Christian Weston Chandler has been trolled constantly by so many people. He is basically the most documented person on the internet. He is even more, he is more documented than even George Washington. That's why I find his stories fascinating. Because there is so much about him that you can't avoid it. You can't avoid this guy. There's so much people have talked about him over the years, ever since he first started on YouTube. Ever since he first started on the internet, he has been extremely documented by numerous people. Hell, there's even a website that's dedicated to this guy. It's called The Quickie. It's kind of like a Wikipedia page, except it has a number of articles about his personal life and all the things that he has done and all of his fuck ups. I mean, if you want to check it out, some of the shit might be funny if it wasn't so sad. Hell, I even tried doing article readings on him.
People of Greene County, you could not have left me and my family alone.
Yeah, he is more documented than Von Helton. He is more documented than Von Helton, Blue. And I'll be looking at Von Helton later on.
You could not have left us here. You people of Greene County, you could not have left me and my family alone. You had to go and pay off the realtors just so this house here could not have been sold. Because if it had been sold, we would have been able to stay in Chesterfield County. And I would have had a happier life over there than right now, than how I'm feeling. Because we were forced to move back here because of you goddamn people who were afraid of autistic individuals.
And by the way, this guy, Christine, actually he goes by Christine Weston Chandler now. He was he suffers from high-functioning autism, but instead of actually getting help for it, he uses it as his excuse to justify his shitty behavior. Every time he does something bad, he always blames his autism on it. That's why I try to cover these types of people who blame their this is why I have a gripe with people with severe mental conditions, is because they blame everybody but themselves for all their own problems. People who use mental illness or disabilities as an excuse for their shitty behavior. The reason why I chose this old video here is because After watching Shani's recent Instagram video, it made me think about this. Because it's just the same shit. You replace the Greene County Health Department with the Greene County School District with YouTube, and you replace Christian Weston Chandler with Shani. It's pretty much the same thing.
You individuals would know who you are. I wish my family and I did not have to move back here.
I can imagine Shani saying, I wish that her family didn't have to move back to Pennsylvania.
Could have stayed in Chester County.
She wished. I bet Shani would say, I wish that my family would have stayed in Colorado.
Because I had the better life there.
Because she had the better life there.
And we were doing well, but you had to drag us down.
Yeah. They were doing well, but we had to drag them down.
You had to make us unable to sell our house here.
You had to make them unable to pay their rent here. Pay their rent in Colorado. So they had to run away back to Pennsylvania.
You had to force my family to move back here.
Yeah, we had to force Shani's family to move back here. Move back to Pennsylvania.
Well, it was okay, and I have a couple of friends.
It was okay.
And I'm better off with stuff.
It was okay because she had a number of friends. She had friends there. People like G-Man. And she has a number of stuff, which is okay because that's all she has is stuff.
That stuff is no good if I don't have many friends to share it with.
The stuff is no good if Shani doesn't have any friends to share it with.
It all just went downhill. I bet even Greene County had something to do with influencing that goddamn Michael Snyder to see any recourse or anything like that.
Chris believed that the Greene County School District was conspiring against him. And when he was talking about Michael Snyder, he was referring to the owner of a now abandoned game and hobby store, which is now a bakery. Which a bakery is built over. This game and hobby store, known as the Game Place, was basically Chris Chan's hangout, where he would play Pokemon, where he would participate in Pokemon card games and ultimately lose. He would also frequent this place to creep on a girl that he was interested, that he tried to make into a girlfriend, but failed because he was a creepy bastard. I mean, yes, he was a creepy bastard who might have had the potential of being a rapist if he wasn't careful, but he would never do that since he is weak, very, very weak. But he does look like a pedophile with that dopey looking face. I mean, he is a degenerate.
To make him pretend to have a reason or anything like that. To make him pretend to have a reason to kick me out, quote unquote, scaring his customers away. You goddamn greedy Snyder. I was at the John Paul Jones Arena earlier tonight at the Extreme Action Sports. I had won 4 tickets the previous Friday of the last week, from 95.1 last week, from 95.1. The few friends I have here could not come with me, and I could not even find anybody in the congregation to go with me.
The reason why Chris made this video was because he was at a gaming event. The reason why Chris made this video was because he was at a gaming event by himself, and he didn't have any ticket anyone to go with him. That's why he made this video. And he was upset, and he was upset because he saw a couple making out next to him. A couple showing a public display of affection towards one another next to him. And he was upset because he had tried so hard and failed to attract a potential mate. He had an attraction sign. He used to have this attraction sign that he would frequent every time he went around any public area. He used to, back when he used to go to like community college, he would walk around with the same attraction sign, looking for a quote-unquote boyfriend-free girl to make into a sweetheart. I wish I was kidding. And he has had a number of run-ins with law enforcement officers, even to the point where he has been arrested more than once, or he has been detained by the police more than once. And he even tried to fight back against the police. And he has gotten in altercations with numerous trolls who just wanted to fuck with him continuously. Hell, there was a troll that pretended to be a girl interested in him. This was a 13-year-old boy that he was talking to, that he had phone sex with. Well, he didn't know that it was a 13-year-old boy. He was talking to a girl that wanted to have sex with him. And this 13-year-old boy, along with other trolls, they blackmailed Chris into doing nasty shit and filming it for everyone else to see. Yeah, these people were sick fucks. But even if he wasn't provoked by the trolls, Chris would still do fucked up shit. Even going as far as to threaten people non-stop. I wish I was kidding. He made countless death threats towards people who were just bots, who are just a bunch of idiots who just wanted to have a few laughs. I wish I was kidding. And he has made webcomics where he would subjugate them to the most violent and disgusting amounts of torture, which he has recently retconned to make it more presentable.
Because I misplaced the directory for one reason. And even with the help of my pastoral counselor to get in contact with them, they did not none of them called me back. And I had to sell the tickets I had, and I had to sit right next to a lovey-dovey couple, which that was okay, you know. I was trying to be good. I was trying to be a good friend, you know, sociable. But still, if I had stayed in Chesapeake County, and I had the similar situation for an event there, I would definitely have had my friends I had there. Moving back here, it just dragged me downhill. So I tell you what, Greene County, you guys, you saw fit to make me and my family have to move back here just to make me sad. And
yeah, because it's everyone's fault that Chris's life is miserable. It's never his fault. And that's another thing why I've compared every lolcow to Chris, is because they, for the life of them, cannot take full responsibility for their own actions. They have to go and blame everybody else for all their own failures. It's not Shani's fault that her YouTube channel got terminated. It's not Von Helton's fault that his kids were removed. It's not Emo Hallingwolf's fault that he is a raging piece of shit who is also a racist. It's not Revelation News' fault that he too has had his channel removed. It's not G-Man's fault that he is a laughing stock in the atheist community. See what I'm talking about? And it's not Adrastia's fault that she can't, for the life of her, get a job to support herself. You see what I'm talking about here? You see why I compare every locale to this person? It's because they all cannot, for the life of them, they all blame everybody but themselves for all their own failures.
No more into my autistic shell. You did it. If I'd stayed just for county, I would have been a whole lot better off. I wish you would have let us sell our house here, and we could have stayed there. I wish we did not have to move back to... I wish we did not have to move back here nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah, I wish... Yeah, Shani wishes that she never had to move back to Pennsylvania.
Laugh all you want, trolls.
Laugh all you want, Dragdot.
Because I don't give a damn.
She doesn't give a damn anymore.
You're all just immature, naive, condescending, soulless monsters.
Yeah, we're all soulless, naive, condescending monsters.
You don't care about others. You only care about yourselves.
That's exactly what Shani said in her last video that I covered earlier. Let me play that back.
You don't care. Sure, I don't give a damn, trolls. Because I don't give a damn. You're all just immature, naive, condescending, soulless monsters.
Yeah. That's exactly what Shani would call us. Naive, soulless, condescending monsters. Who don't give a damn about other people but themselves.
You don't care about others. You only care about yourselves. You only care about getting your own laughs and kicks. Because you don't have your own social life.
Yeah, because that's exactly what Shani's been saying all this time. Saying that we don't care about others. We only care about themselves. We only care about getting our laughs in and poking fun at the mentally ill. That's basically what Shani and Rev have been saying. Actually, that's something Rev would say. And G-Man and Von Helton.
You threatened me from trying to seek one of my own.
And they would say that we don't have lives of our own. Maybe me, but they always try to accuse others of threatening. They always try to accuse us of threatening them from having a life of their own. That's basically what I see from Shani.
By scaring me on the internet.
By scaring her on the internet.
And whatnot.
And whatnot.
And Clyde Cash, you can all go to hell.
Replace Clyde Cash with Dragknot Silvus.
And all the people that were on the Greene County School Board.
Replace the people on the Greene County School Board with the people in the drama community, as well as YouTube.
During the 1990s, then that forced us to have to move back here. Sit and spin. Hell.
Yeah, sit and spin. Hell. Replace the people in the Greene County School District with YouTube, and with YouTube.
And Michael Snyder, I hope you go to hell too.
Replace Michael Snyder with Jules, and Burnt Toast, and Black Eye TV, and Miss Parker, and the Geek Room.
And for everybody else, peace.
Peace and Maranatha. Peace and as for everybody else, peace and Maranatha. That's basically what I see. So, moving from one idiot on the internet to another, let us take a look at Von Helton's childless house.
All right.
Hopefully you can hear me. You can turn your phone while live.
And now we'll be...
Alright, let's load the page, see if we got it. Yay, alright. Outstanding. Okay, boys and girls. I now have my mobile device working.
AP, if you don't know who Von Helton is a sick piece of shit who has had his kids removed 12 times. He's even a worse parent than the likes of Kimber Kush. And he lives in a shittier environment, worse off than Adrastia.
Why is it doing that? I want it sucks. Okay. I just decided to throw a blanket over the bed, and there's that black comforter and that the dog loves to jump into.
Look at it.
You know.
Look at his house.
And of course the trolls are like, yeah man, there ain't no comforter there. There ain't no comforter there. Well, apparently there is. Alright, here's the filthy house that they keep claiming is filthy. Now, admittedly, I do have these cardboard boxes, but I got plans for them cardboard boxes.
Yeah, you do have plans for them. What are you going to do, build a clubhouse, Vaughn? God damn it.
And like I said, I got some cardboard boxes that I'm storing clothes in, and I got a basket of clothes over there.
Looks like an episode of Hoarders.
But yeah, this is, I mean, it's just so horrible looking, right?
I think he cleaned this just because everybody is talking about how fucked up it is. Honestly, I can give two flying fucks what he thinks. He is...
No, it's not. That's a lie.
The reason why it's clean is... The reason why was because I think someone cleaned it for him.
Now, I don't have the girls' room done. That's true. I don't have it done.
It's still filthy.
But everything else is done, okay? These trolls are liars, okay? They lie. They lie at the drop of a hat and drop it themselves.
Yeah, we know.
I wanted to show it you with my mobile device, so they can't...
Mobile device, you mean your phone?
Anything. I got me some food. This is the girls' room. I ain't got it done yet, admittedly.
And there's
I'll have it done long before July 22nd. That's for damn sure.
There's the bathroom.
July 22nd's a whole fucking month away yet. But anyway, yeah, they lie. They lie like a dog.
Well, I can tell why he's showing this shit. It's because he had to clean it. Because he was making this video so that he could say, ha ha, the trolls are liars. They're just fucking with us. They're just fucking with you. My house is not clean. He cleaned it. He actually cleaned it. He had people clean it for him. I believe he had people clean it for him because why else would he make this video? Why else would he show this shit? It's still messy, though. It's just... There's not much shit there. He believes that the Frosts came in, broke in his trailer, and just ransacked everything. He was doing the same thing Shanny was doing with the whole shit ninjas, blaming everybody but himself for all his own problems. This is why you're a horrible person, Vaughn. No accountability.
What else is fucking new, though, right? But yeah, there's not, as you can see, there's not a damn thing wrong with this house, okay? See, they'll call CPS, or they'll call Clay County, or they'll call the police, or they'll call... Yeah, man, that house is destroyed. It's horrible. Oh, my God, the kids are going to die.
Vaughn, you're never going to get your kids back. They don't want you to come back. They don't want to come back to you because they know that you're going to just lock them up so that you can live stream and hate on everybody, including secular opinion.
It's a damn torture chamber. They actually said this trailer was a torture chamber. Can you believe that?
It is.
They actually said that shit.
Well, there's a lot of mess.
That trailer was a torture chamber.
Well, technically, your trailer, before you decided to have it cleaned up, looked like an episode of Hoarders. It was disgusting. I've seen the clips, and trust me, you thought Shanny's house was bad? Von Helton's trailer is 10 times worse. And that's not an exaggeration. That is a fact.
What the
Jack.
fuck, man? I mean,
there's a lot of... Dude, you have a lot of empty food boxes sprawled out on the floor still.
And the bitch of it is Clay County actually believed him. They called him one time, said I had my kids locked in my cellar.
It's not a cellar. You locked them in your room.
And they actually come out and wanted to see my cellar. Can you believe?
And your toilet still looks like shit.
Believe that? And me living in a damn trailer. But they actually floated that idea. Let me put that down. But yeah, they actually floated that idea. Let's see if I'm still.
You don't put things away. That's the thing. You don't put things away after you've done used them. And goddamn, your finger. Look at your. Oh my God, your toes. Look at your toes. You got talons. You got talons for feet. You look like a fucking bag lady, Von Helton, with those disgusting nails for feet.
28 even. Wow, that's something. Where did they get there? Oh, that's from my doohickey. Okay.
His doohickey.
That's from a good smelling thing. Okay, so yeah, I'm just using a blanket now. I mean, fuck it. The kids ain't here. Just me and the dog, so who gives a shit, right?
And you treat that dog worse than you treat your kids. You toss him aside. You fed him chocolate. And worst of all, you are forcing that dog to live in the same filth that you forced your kids to live in.
And it's my space anyway, so it doesn't matter. So to hell with them.
Yeah, to hell with these
Anyways,
assholes.
Yeah, I can actually show you the fucking house now. So fuck these assholes.
Yeah, fuck these assholes. Fuck these trolls, haters, and naysayers who have every right to criticize Von Helton. Fuck them. Yeah.
You know, there was one. I was doing a live show, and one of them actually said there was shit in the floor.
Well, no shit. Okay, I'm done hearing Von Helton complain about how the trolls are wrong, about how his trailer doesn't look like a pigsty. It's the same song and dance I've heard from him so many goddamn times. I'm done hearing Von Helton. I want to hear some Adrastia because I gotta make sure I gotta let AP know that I got some Adrastia coming in. And now let's move on to the dumb bitch that I have compared to Shani. Adrastia. The new queen of lolcows.
Oh, you seem upset. Well, damn, Jackie. It's almost like I spent the last 6 months being fucking tortured. And I'm tired of it. I'm sick. And I am tired of the abuse.
Hey, Adonis Paul. Are you happy now? I got some Adrastia for you that you can shit on. I mean, then again, Adrastia, she is boring as fuck whenever she's ranting on about how everybody is mean to her. When in actuality, she's the one provoking that shit.
I'm literally sick. I've been taking antibiotics to fucking mess with this tooth, and my sinuses are all fucked up. And the fucking skin on my eye is peeling off.
Ew.
I'm sick.
You're sick.
And I cannot deal with the constant harassment and abuse. I cannot deal with constantly having to block people that I know are going to be back in an hour. Hatman is commenting in my videos. I blocked him at least twice.
Oh,
I blocked Adonis Paul fucking 20 times.
Oh, you blocked Hatman? Aw. That is just not right. What about me, Adrastia? Did you block me?
I blocked all of you, and you will not leave. Because you...
Aw, you didn't say my name! How rude are you? You didn't even acknowledge me, Adrastia. And for that, no, I'm not going to feel sorry for you.
You believe you have the right to abuse me. You don't. I have the right to not be abused. I have the right to not be abused. I blocked you because I felt like you were abusing me and I did not want you commenting on my videos anymore. That's my call. That's my choice. I have the right to do that. You do not have the right to keep making accounts and coming back to hurt me. I have the human right to dignity.
Yeah, but you also have the human right to not act like a complete coward and block people every time they say something that you don't like. You're just paranoid that you think...
I have the human right to not be degraded on a daily basis. I have the human right to heal.
To heal.
And none of you have the right to take that away from me, but you're trying every day. You're not better than me.
Oh, we are.
We're all human beings. We're all basically the same.
Well, technically, I wouldn't consider you human. I consider you more of a frog person. And that is that is even an insult to the Loveland Frog Man. Because that is a mystery and a wonderful thing. And that is even an insult to that frog lady from The Mandalorian.
So yeah, I'm upset. I'm having a bad day. I'm extremely sick. I'm hurting. I'm tired. I'm tired of being sick. I'm tired of being harassed. I'm tired of it all.
We know.
I'm tired of feeling like nobody's ever going to understand. I'm tired of feeling like nobody cares. I'm tired of feeling like nobody believes me. And yes, it makes me mad. I have the right to be mad.
Yeah, but you don't have the right to be mad. You have the capacity to be mad. But what you lack is the capacity for self-control. You have the right to be upset, but what you lack is the capacity of self-control. You just can't understand how this works. Honestly, I really don't give two flying fucks. You tried to false flag Adonis Paul's channel so many times. You had Virgie's channel terminated because you didn't like what he said about you. You've written 2 books, which is nothing but pages of lies about how you were mistreated by your family and your ex-boyfriend. And let's not forget the fact that you are an alleged accessory to murder. We know that part.
I have the right to all of my emotions. When I am angry, I have the right to be angry. When I am sad, I have the right to be sad. These are human emotions that you do not get to dictate for me.
Here comes the fake
They're
tears.
mine.
We know, I'm sorry, I almost said Shani. I mean, Adrasdia. We get it, Adrasdia. You're upset that people are talking about you. You're upset that everybody has their own opinion about you. But you know what? We too have every right to criticize you based on your actions, based on all the shit that you try to pull. Every time someone says something about you, you turn tail and run away because you don't want to deal with them. Fuck you, Adrasdia. You're a stupid, dumb, self-centered piece of human garbage. You and Shani and Von Helton, you 3 belong to each other.
I've been trying so hard to fight through all of this. It just gets harder and harder and harder every day.
And you're not doing a hell of a good job at it. And now, let's see what started this shit. And this is the video that Adonis Paul played on his show Saturday night. And I'm gonna comb through it as much as I can. Aw, fuck you, Adrasia, for turning off the comments. You're such a fucking coward.
Okay, so Kiwi Farms put out that statement that they are not a jigsaw-esque trap designed to torture people for their past, right? So why are there comments in my comment section saying that they're going to abuse me for months more because somebody showed support for me?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because you decided to go on the internet and act like a complete idiot for everyone else to see. Kiwi Farms documents people like you, Adrastia. People like Shani. People like G-Man, Brett Keane, Von Helton. And even, to some extent, Chris Chan. Because all of you people are one and the same. You cannot take responsibility for your own actions. And you blame everybody else for your failures. And because it's a right to it's free speech, dumb bitch. But you don't know that.
That sounds like a trap to me, because they're literally threatening to continue the abuse for multiple months for something that I did not do. Right, so here is the post I'm talking about. There is a person named Barbarella who is defending me, and the Carrie's mom, Alt, I don't know who that is, probably somebody who I have blocked, because after I block them, they come back with stupid names. We were done. She bores us now, and she was being left alone aside from a troll comment or two, but thanks to you, we're back. And it's going to be a few more months of the comment abuse for her now. How does it feel to know you just did this to someone else? Nobody should have to be afraid of showing support for another human being. Nobody should be afraid to have support or to acknowledge that support. But that's the world I live in.
Yeah. It's everyone's fault that you can't act like a normal person. Yeah, we get it, Adrasia. It's everyone's fault that you're live on the internet. Because it's everyone's fault that you put your life on the internet. It's everyone's fault that you had to run away from Florida to Los Angeles. It's everyone's fault that you're homeless. It's never always poor little Mary fucking Barone. You don't see Adonis Paul writing a book about how fucked up your life is, even though I should encourage that, because all those two documentaries he made on you are worthy of a Lifetime movie. A shitty one at that.
And yes, Kiwi Farms is a part of that world. So you do not get to say that you're not a jigsaw-like trap meant to destroy people for their pasts when you're working with a group who is trying to destroy people for their past and setting up jigsaw-like traps to do it.
I'm gonna say this. I don't like the Saw films. I hate watching them. I'm not usually a fan of blood and gore, unless if it's Mortal Kombat. But for Saw, I don't care. I hate the Saw films. I hate them. I'm not a fan of torture porn. But even then, Saw isn't anything. Kiwi Farms is nothing like Saw films. It's a website dedicated to archiving persons of interest, people like you, people like Shanny for Christ, people like Von Helton, and other degenerates much similar to you. So, no. They don't go and harass people. They archive the information that you put out there for everyone else to see. And they go around asking about what kind of person you are. And of course, luckily for us, Aunt Kathy has so much information that she is welcome to present, even to Noel.
They're literally going to keep doing this for months on end now because somebody else put some support towards me.
It is
not because I did anything to them, but because somebody else tried to help me. That is exactly a jigsaw-esque trap designed to destroy. And everybody that is a part of it is a part of it. You don't get to say, but that's not us, that's Carrie's mom, and she's not a real person, because somebody is controlling the account that is a real person, and you are all watching it happen, and you are all saying that it's perfectly fine, and you are all working with them.
Kiwi Farms is not out to kill you. I'm sorry to say this, Mary, but Kiwi Farms isn't trying to kill you. You're just using that as an excuse. And what's that? Are you going to start blaming YouTube for not taking your claims seriously? I mean, you false flagged Adonis Paul's channels more than once. You had Fergie's channel taken down. And Adonis Paul, dude, Adonis Paul has every right to make those documentaries on you. And right now he's saying he doesn't want to deal with you anymore. He doesn't want to look at your videos because you're becoming boring as hell. Hell, even you accused Royce Lopez of wanting your head on a platter.
You are all working together to do this. So everybody that is still continuing the abuse and harassment towards me does not get to say that they're not working in a jigsaw-like trap. If Kiwi Farms wants to be not working with one of those jigsaw-like traps that they have put me in, because I have been working with this for 6 months now.
Your life is a jigsaw trap. What Kenneth McBride did to you is a jigsaw trap. Kiwi Farms is just archiving your shit that you put out there for everyone else to see.
There is no escape for me because they will start attacking me no matter what I do. Adonis Paul said he was going to stop weeks ago, and then the same night he came back.
Adonis Paul said that. And he's still making good on his promise, even though you just can't shut the fuck up. He tried to make good on his promise, but you can't stop talking about him. Dude, he's got other things to look at. He's got cringe talks. He's got other shit to do on his channel. And I do fully support Adonis Paul. He is so fucking awesome. And I aspire to not be like him. Like, sorry,
back saying, well, I was going to stop, but
I was inspired by Adonis Paul to add a few variety into my live streams. Aside from the walkouts, I decided to add in news coverage news stories into the mix of my streams. You know, just to add a little more variety so that people won't have to look at people like you, Mary.
But you reported my video, so no, I wasn't even online. I didn't report shit. If somebody else reports them, they'll abuse me. If somebody supports me, they'll abuse me. I have no escape.
There is no escape.
So if Kiwi Farms doesn't want to be a part of that abuse and that bullshit cycle that I'm in, they should take my page down.
It's never gonna happen, Mary. Excuse me. It's not gonna happen. Kiwi Farms has every right to keep that page up. There's nothing you can do that would force them to take it down. It doesn't work that way. I was gonna call you Shanny, but it doesn't work that way. It didn't work for Christian. It didn't work for fucking Jessica Yanev. It didn't even work for Shanny for Christ. So why do you think? What makes you think that you hold any sway to convince Kiwi Farms to remove their page on you? Go fuck yourself, you dumb, ugly whore. And I use that word lightly because we all know she sucks dick for money.
And show that they are not participating in it. Because otherwise, you're participating in it. You're giving my books away for free. You've got my address listed. You can't say you're not participating in it.
Yeah, about that, Mary. Sorry. About that, Mary. You really cannot, for the life of you, try. You cannot say this and act as though it's everyone's fault. Let me take this off. Sorry you don't get to see my business transactions. Sorry you do. Sorry you don't get to see my transactions. Yes, I do have a PayPal, and yes, I do request money, but it's for a good cause. A really, really good cause. It's to help my channel. I always request money from people who donate to me because it's for a good cause. It's to help my channel grow faster. And that's a good thing. Right? That's a really good thing. As a matter of fact, why don't I shill out my PayPal again? Any amount will do. Whether it's $10 or $5, any amount will do. That means I get to piss off Mary more.
It's 6 a.m. and I just woke up and noticed people are going crazy in my comments. Also, you can kind of see what happened to my eye now. Anyways, so I wanted to clear some things up, even though nobody's going to believe me. I don't have alternate accounts, at least not the ones you're talking to. I have 2 other YouTube accounts. I am Adrastia, which is the channel you're watching. Adrastia Needs Help, which is a channel that has been deactivated. and Stoned Gaming Girl, which is a channel I made to be away from you people, but I couldn't stay secret over there anyway because I'm too easy to be found.
Well, of course you're too easy to be found. Because your shit, because you still post shit on the internet for everyone else to see.
So, y'all are in the comments fighting and saying, oh, well, these people agreeing with her, they must just be her on other accounts. No. I've been sleeping. I have been not posting. I have been very, very ill recently and sleeping a lot. I am not in the comment section fighting with you people.
You've been sleeping a lot? Well, that pretty much sums it. That pretty much sums what you do every day. All you do is just sleep, cry, smoke weed, and beg on the internet. I don't beg. I give people... Me, on the other hand, I don't always beg. I request. It's not considered begging if you're requesting. If it's for a good cause, then yes. It's justified if it's for a good cause. Because I am a good cause. I am meant to restore the balance that people like Adrasia, people like Shani, Von Helton, and every other locale has disrupted with their degeneracy and their filth and their blatant lies. This cause is to restore the balance and bring peace to YouTube and the internet itself. And you can help that cause if you support me and donate to my PayPal and my Cash App. I'm not saying this as a scam. It's a duty I must uphold. This ain't a scam. It's a duty that I must uphold. Because these people are relentless.
I'm really not. And I woke up to one saying, well, stop disabling comments if you want to run your mouth about us. I don't see how I'm running my mouth about y'all when I'm just telling the truth about what's happening. You can't handle a single person not agreeing with you when your own proof has the words, "She was never charged." Literally, I received an email the other day that said,
yes, we all know you were never charged for the murder of Roberta Laws. You were an alleged accessory to the murder. You allegedly helped cover up the murder with Kenneth. You allegedly bought a shovel at a Walmart, and there was CCTV footage of that, of the purchase. So, yeah. You're never charged because you were never even... Because you went to the cops and told them everything at what happened. 5 weeks after the crime, after the murder was committed. 5 weeks after the murder was committed, you went to the cops. And, of course, they didn't charge you on anything because your alibi was the fact that you had your grandmother, your Meemaw, to pose as a disabled woman in a wheelchair, and you pretended to be her caregiver.
well, here's the proof. And it was like, oh, this guy said that she was an accessory, but she was never charged. Well, if I was never charged, then I'm not an accessory, am I? So, y'all keep saying and saying
well, you are an accessory. You allegedly helped get rid of the evidence. You allegedly helped cover up the crime scene.
Saying she's a murderer, she's a murderer, she's a murderer. Here's our proof.
Alleged.
It says directly after.
Alleged.
The man said he thought I was an accessory, that I was never charged. Which means only that one person thought I was an accessory. And it was only because he was trying to get the actual murderer off.
No, he wasn't. Well, it's because of the email you sent Kenneth is why people are starting to call you a murderer, is because you sent an email telling him to get rid of Roberta, and he took it out of context. Like I said, I do believe that Kenneth McBride was trying to find any excuse that he could to get rid of Roberta, and you just provided him with an incentive. I'm not saying that you were that you helped commit the murder. I'm just saying that you provoked him in some way. Allegedly provoked him.
Not everybody is going to believe you.
Not everybody.
Y'all have had a good run. 6 months. You have made people believe you that I'm a murderer, that I'm a disgusting, miserable human being that deserves death and pain.
No one's ever said that. No one has ever said that you deserve death. You're just blowing this all out of proportion.
You have made people believe you. Now there's 2 that refuse. And you're going insane, accusing them of just being me. No, not everybody that believes me is just me in disguise. There are going to be people who are going to use their own logic and their own minds to decide what they believe. It does not mean that they're me. I'm literally not involved in this anymore.
Then why are you bringing this up? If you're not involved in this, why do you always keep bringing this up? Could it be that you want the attention? Could it be that you want to start shit? That's odd that you would say this, and yet you don't want any attention. It kind of makes me wonder whether or not anything you say should be considered as, should be questioned.
I made the video I made about Kiwi Farms being a jigsaw, and I still believe that. I mean, if you look through the comments, you'll see how they lie and they twist things. See?
Oh, now you're saying that Kiwi Farms is lying and twisting things? When in actuality, you put that shit out there for everyone else to see. You have that book. You put it out there. And people who bought it, they shared it around. You're upset that you're not getting any compensation for the things you say.
They're saying that now I'm a pedophile.
No, you're not.
And that I drove my ex-husband to a child's house.
No one says you're a pedophile. Nobody said that. You facilitated your husband sleeping with an underage girl, and I wouldn't consider him a pedophile. The term is a phebophile. Your ex-husband Steve was an ephebophile.
House to hurt her. That's not what happened at all. I was 19, married to a man who was extremely abusive. And he told me he wanted to go and see his ex-girlfriend, who was 17 at the time.
I thought it was 16. I thought it was 16. Are you changing? Oh, now she's 17? I'm sorry, I thought you said it was 16. And where did this all come from, saying your ex-husband was abusive? Everybody's abusive to you, Adrastia. So everybody's abusive. Of course, everybody's abusive to you, Adrastia. Your daddy's abusive. your ex-husband was abusive, your family was abusive, the people on the internet are abusive. Everybody has abused you in some shape or form.
I drove him where he wanted to go and dropped him off. It was her parents' house.
You were cucked.
When I don't know if they were home. I never went in. I never met the girl. But if he was going in there and creating violence on her, or injuring her, or raping her, as you guys are saying, why didn't she ever report anything?
Maybe, I don't know. Why didn't she report anything? Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Because she had been in a relationship with him for a while. So if he was hurting her, if I was driving him over there, like you people are saying, to hurt her, and she was in the same home as her parents at the time, why did neither her nor her parents ever report him for what he was doing? The most probable cause is because he wasn't hurting her.
Of course, you were being cucked. That's the thing, you were being cucked. And here we go, saying that he was only there for emotional support. Yeah. You always say that dumb shit. Yeah, he was there for emotional support, this. And I didn't know this was going on. And all you people are Nazis. And yeah, yada, yada, yada. Hey, Adonis Hitler. I heard this argument over and over again. And you pretty much, and this girl pretty much is in denial that this shit is happening around her. That shit was happening around her. Granted, she was 19 and her brain wasn't fully developed at the time. But then again, it's still not fully developed to this day.
Because sometimes 16, 17-year-olds will be in relationships with older people. And it does not always mean that the younger person is being raped. My older sister had a kid at 17. Does that mean the father of that kid should be in prison for the rest of his life? I mean, he was in prison for a while because he was a criminal, but does that mean that he should be there just because he had a kid at 17?
This is just nothing more than just straw man arguments. All of this is just straw man arguments. We get it, Adrastia. He was a sick fuck. You don't need to bring that up over and over again. God damn it.
You know?
I'm starting to sound like Lord Patriarchy again. I should stop that.
And so when you tell people these things, right? When you're coming and you're telling people, well, she's a pedophile enabler. And then they look through the videos and they see the video where I talk about being a pedophile enabler. And it's just me taking my abusive husband to see a 17-year-old that he knew before me.
Wasn't it 16, Mary? At first you said it was 16.
It doesn't really match up with your story. And
yes, in some areas the age of consent is 17. The age of consent in America is older in some areas.
When people see that and they decide to believe what they see with their own eyes instead of what you're telling them, which is the twisted up version of the truth meant to destroy me.
Yeah, we hear that.
It is not my fault if they fight back against you. I'm not telling them to.
Well, you still have a bunch of simps defending you no matter what they point out, no matter what they do. There are going to be people who will defend your words because they see you as this abuse victim and they don't look past your flaws and your checkered past. They just see someone who is an abuse victim being cyberbullied.
I have not told anybody to have an argument in there or to message people or to defend me. I'm not telling people to defend me because I know that if people defend
they do it regardless.
Me, the abuse is going to get worse. So this isn't me.
Yeah.
This is literally other people attempting to defend me and causing the abuse to get worse because the people that want to drag me down will not allow anybody to defend me, even if they're right.
Oh, yeah. So, what's this all about? So, she still rambles on about how people are always messaging her, people are always contacting her, even though she's blocked them, they still find a way to message her. I mean, honestly, this is what Adrasia wants, folks. She wants the attention. She craves it. She needs it. It's the only thing that gives her life meaning. And I'm rambling on, so I'm gonna be...
Just can't deal with the constant abuse. I blocked and blocked and blocked and blocked, and it does nothing because he uses sock accounts that aren't real accounts.
Oh, we will.
Real. It doesn't matter how many times I block them. He can push a button and make them have never existed.
I know. She looks like an
contacted...
NPC. I know, Draven. She looks like an NPC from Oblivion. She looks like an NPC from Oblivion.
YouTube, personally, through the help and feedback thing, so I am making them aware that I have personally blocked this man multiple times and he just keeps making accounts to abuse me and mock me for the fact that I can't block him.
By the way, Draven, if you wanna do a stream with me, please invite me on one of your streams one day. 'Cause I honestly don't know how to do that. You can invite me on. We can do it on StreamYard, and you can invite me on.
I have to be able to block people. This is my channel. I'm supposed to be the one in control of it. If I don't want to be abused, I should be allowed to block somebody.
Okay, the banging in the background is very distracting. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it right now.
In every aspect of my life, if I am being abused, I should be allowed to make that person go away. I should be allowed to block that person. I should be...
Every time you block somebody, they're always going to make other accounts. They're like a hydra. You cut off one head, two more will take its place.
Be allowed to stop that person from contacting me and communicating with me because I have the right to not be abused. Nobody has the right to abuse me. Nobody has the right to continually force themselves into the life of somebody who has told you to go away. It's my life.
Babylon 5.
And I will not be abused any longer.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, Mary. Keep telling yourself that you don't want to be abused. Keep telling yourself that. It's always going to happen to you. It's always going to keep coming after you. Anyway.
I am fully fucking aware that reporting is not blocking. I have blocked all of these people. I have blocked all of them. I couldn't do it while I was filming because this button right here, I blocked all of these people. That I am fully fucking aware that reporting is not blocking. I have blocked all of these people. I have blocked all of them.
Mr. Metal Skull.
I couldn't do it while I was filming because this button right here.
Ooh.
When I was filming before, I was using my advanced that has a pause on it. And when you hit this specific area, it pauses the video, making that area unclickable while I was filming the fucking video.
Please show my channel next. Please show my channel next. Please show my channel next.
But all of these people have been blocked. Are you seeing why it says unblock user and not block user? That means that all of these people have been blocked. All of them. No, I am not so stupid that I don't know how to fucking block people.
But you're such a coward that you do block people.
I have blocked every single one of you, and you make new accounts, and you come back to continue to harass and abuse me because you believe you have the right to abuse me.
It's called free speech, Mary. You don't really see it that way. You don't think that... You think that everyone should bow to your whims and feel sorry for you? Honestly, you have done nothing to warrant that.
And you don't. You do not have the right to abuse another human being. I have the right to be safe. I have the right to be free from you. I have the right to block you and get you out of my life. You do not have the right to continue making accounts, to continue coming back and torturing me when I have told you repeatedly that I do not want you in my life. I do not want any of you near me. I do not want to speak to you. I do not want you on my channel. I do not want you in my life. I do not want any of you here. This is my channel. I have the right to block anybody that I want.
Yeah, but that you block everybody. Yeah, Mary, you block almost everybody that tries to talk to you. Anyone who comes into your channel or on your leaves a comment on your videos, you block them immediately just because you don't want to face the fact that you're a disgusting human being who can't take full responsibility for her actions.
It is my channel. I have the right to block whoever I want. It is my fucking channel, bitch.
Goddamn. Boy, your neighbors must really love you. Aw, you didn't mention me. You didn't mention me. I feel hurt. I feel crushed. Aw, you didn't mention me in your videos.
Something y'all don't seem to understand is every human being has certain inalienable rights that cannot be taken away from them by anybody. Nobody can take these rights away from us.
Yeah. We know that you don't. You're just upset that people are coming out of the woodwork to point out to give you constructive criticism or to laugh at your stupidity. You blame almost everyone you come across for all your own fuck-ups.
And one of those rights is the right to life. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of a person. When you people are making me feel suicidal, when you people are telling me that I deserve to die, that you want me to die, that you're not going to stop until I die, you are taking away my right to life.
No one is telling you to commit suicide. They might be doing that in a joking manner, but they don't actually mean they want you dead. Nobody wants you dead, Mary.
No torture and inhuman treatment. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman, degrading treatment or punishment. Period. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. That is every single human being on the planet. I have the right to not be abused. You do not have the right to abuse me. Period.
Also, you still haven't blocked me yet, you dumb bitch. I don't know why, but here is something. Oh, and here's something. Interview. I wonder who this pertains to. Might not be me. Might not be Aunt Kathy. But regardless, I'm going to end it off with this little gem.
So multiple of you have been posting that you want to interview me.
I don't really want to interview you, Mary. I want to interview Aunt Kathy. Because she has more information about you than you can let out. Because we all know that you're nothing more than a pathological liar. And Kathy, on the other hand, has a lot of intel on you. And she is willing to share that intel with... She's willing to share that information with everybody else. And to piss you off. Because, fuck you, Mary. You're a piece of shit.
An interview. Not for free, though. I need money. And
oh my god. Shani did the same. Remember, this is what Shani did. Shani did the same thing when she was on RSN's channel. She's like, give me money. If you want me to be on your podcast, give me money.
And I need a fair platform. So, email me your offer. And I will choose the person
Don't you mean... No, Chase. It's... I want her to commit self-deletion in Minecraft. The correct... No, you're saying it wrong. I'm sorry. It's... We want you to commit self-deletion in Minecraft, Mary. Sorry, don't you mean...
feel has offered enough or will give me a fair platform to speak on.
I am not going to interview you. I would like to interview Aunt Kathy. And Aunt Kathy, I hope that you'd be accepting of this proposal if you have the time or the place to do so. I mean, yes, I might piss off Mary, but it would be worth it. It would be worth to see her lose her shit over some interview that I would do with you, because it would give me lots of views.
Money has to be paid up front before the interview. Cannot be refunded. And if I feel like the platform is shifted and I'm being bullied or antagonized, I'll stop. Period.
Yeah, you'll stop and run away like the coward you are. We all seen this before. We've all heard this story before. You're gonna stop. You're gonna run away. You're gonna block these...
I am willing.
You're gonna block these people. You're gonna accuse them of wanting to rape you. Yada, yada, yada.
Willing to speak to one of you, openly and honestly, if you are willing to be fair with me.
No one is gonna waste their time with you, Mary. No one should waste their time with you. Anyway, that's gonna be... I'm gonna end this off with a little... something. You know what? I'll go on their website instead. Because...
Oh, Why are you always there for me? Like, I don't understand it. We bash heads, we clash, but then you get over it and we love each other again. Like, you are so good to me. And sometimes I feel like I don't deserve it. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah. We don't deserve something like this. Anyway, let's go back. That is sweet.
Hey Mom, you ever heard this song before?
Yeah.
How about this one?
Yeah.
I need you to mash up.
Please, dude. Don't put your mother through that torture.
These two songs. You got me?
I got you. You know I'm valid. First, let's put.
Oh, so it's an instruction.
You can put that down in $5.
Yes, we're going there. And Adonis Paul, I'm not stealing your cringe talks. I just want to share some TikTok videos because I felt like it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah. I'm gonna... Oh, I would like to see that. That'd be funny. Must have been on the other one. Yeah. I don't know why this is a thing. I really don't want to know. Yes, this is going to be me taking a look at... Sorry, I was just looking at some on the TikTok app. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm just taking a look at this shit.
Hey guys, so we've been trying to tweeze it out, but it's very, very sore and my skin's actually torn on the inside of my nose, so I'm just going to sit here with olive oil on it for a bit and she's going to syringe some into my nose in the hopes that it will melt the wax, so I'll be back with an update soon. Hey guys.
What do you want to drink?
Dr. Pepper.
I don't understand what the fuck is going on, and I really don't want to know.
I will grow under any conditions.
I think I'm allergic to tap water.
Yeah.
Alright, you gotta guess the color, come on.
Pink.
Pink. How the fuck you...
You can count on me.
Today a female customer...
Cheese
Jeez of truth! Your friend wants to practice making babies with you. Nice. Jeez of...
You don't have any friends, so it's not gonna happen.
I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away.
Oh shit. Oh shit, I didn't know Drazia had a TikTok. Those sharks thought it was... Those sharks thought that Uber Eats... Spoilers, that kayak is sponsored. That kayak belongs to an Uber Eats employee. Spoilers. That's an Uber Eat. He was never seen again.
Oh no, I hope I don't fall.
This is what people do in their spare time.
Hey, I'm getting ripped tonight. R.I.P. that
killer, West Side killer.
What part of stay 100 feet away do you not understand?
Mirror, sitting on the wall, please try to make me the coolest kid of them all. This girl with the hair better beware, cause everywhere she be, I'ma be there like, hello, my name is Susie, that's Susie with the Z.
Yeah. TikTok was a mistake, but I love it.
Here to here, so there's a bone in here, but this is cartilaginous.
No.
Wait. Renegade. Squish it.
More like his face.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Oh.
I cannot justify how this is dog shit.
Jabria, are you smart?
Yeah!
Yes! Okay!
Who is Shakespeare?
Oh! That's my cousin.
Your cousin?
My cousin.
That ain't your cousin, that's my cousin.
That's both of us cousins.
That's both of our cousins then. Okay, good job, Jabria.
Honestly, William Shakespeare must have had a lot of affairs with a lot of women. Anyway.
Alright, the time has finally come. We are at Grandma's Pool, and this is all thanks to poolpartstogo.com, who are the sponsors of...
Never.
So I heard this burger is 20,000 calories. Holy.
Yeah, that sounds like something you would see. Yeah, that would put you in a diabetic coma. Just another day in Soviet Russia.
Is this enough for both of us? Is this enough for both of us?
No, a little bit more.
Now, I want to see if this is true, because apparently it makes cats gag.
Calling my BF husband to get his reaction.
Hi, can I do the 8-count nugget meal?
Can y'all scoot up a little bit, please?
Yeah.
For the drink?
Can I get a sweet tea, please?
Sweet tea.
And then my husband would like the spicy chicken sandwich.
Spicy chickens.
They got divorced. after she said that. They broke up after she said that.
I want to know how to
I had a dream that someday I would just fly away.
10 rings.
Bees had been living in this washing machine and I was called to remove them. So I carefully lifted the lid and I found a beautiful hive full of honey and very gentle bees. When I looked inside, I saw layer after layer of fresh honeycomb. The bees had worked so hard to build this hive, and
I just switched from Android to Apple, but I don't know how to change the wallpaper. So this is my wallpaper now.
Huh. Yeah, you suck at Photoshop. Spoiler alert, she's got a guy in her basement.
How to get rid of
I have the ultimate.
3, 2, 1.
She don't stress, she don't trip, and she fuck with all my clothes.
He was biting too.
Now that it's pool season, I've been getting asked a lot if we got our pool repaired from the lady that drove her car into it and whatever happened to her.
When you're spending every day on your own, and here it goes. I'm just a kid and a life is
Ah, throwback moments. Enough of that shit. It looks like a diabetic wet dream.
Giving my son his first waves. Shampoo sulfate free.
I like your cut, G.
What did I do? The fuck?
Anyway, that's gonna do it for... I just wanted to show you what I would like to do. That was just another stuff I like to cover. Anyway, that does it for this stream. If you guys are still here, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Again, you can follow me on Twitter at RGHaime91. And if you want to throw a few bucks my way, I've already sent the links to my PayPal, you know, just so that people can donate because it is for a good cause. That being said, thank you for showing up. Thank you for sticking around. And once again, I am Rickzilla, and I will see you guys